All right, guys. So Jaguars OTAs officially began today, and it is always an exciting day whenever you get to see the guys on the field in pads wearing Jaguars uniforms. It was the first time we saw, our roster from last year combined with our free agency class, combined with our draft class, all on the field together, which is obviously pretty cool. And I'll go more into kind of an OTA recap later on. I don't know if it'll be like in a few days or if I'm just going to recap the whole thing as a whole, but there was something today that stood out to me like crazy. Yesterday, when I made kind of a list of what to look out for in OTAs, the very first thing was injuries. Like, what are some of these players going to be looking like as they come back and in what capacity? I noted James Robinson, who's still recovering, Jamal Agnew, who I didn't really get an update from. And then one guy was Travis Etienne, who suffered a Liz Frank injury in August during the preseason, and we really didn't see any of him last year. It kind of stinks because, he's a first round pick. And I thought maybe he'd be out here in some capacity, maybe he'd be held back in some things, but Travis Etienne is cleared for all activities. Can I say that again? Travis Etienne is cleared for all activities. This man is fully healthy. I was not expecting that. I thought he was going to be maybe able to do some drills, but held out of other drills. But he's running full speed, and boom, we have Etienne back. And, this is obviously good for a whole lot of reasons. First of all, he was a first-round pick. The Jaguars, obviously, back in 2015 when we drafted Dante Fowler Jr., the guy went down with an ACL during rookie minicamp, and that hurt our hearts. And just a few years later, another first-round pick with Travis Etienne went down with a Liz Frank, and we were missing him the whole entire year. It really sucked because first-round picks are first-round picks. Those are your guys, man. And the Jaguars had to go without Travis Etienne. And obviously, when you get drafted in the first round, you have a whole lot of skills and you are really in the team's plans. And unfortunately, Travis Etienne's rookie seasons was robbed from him, and it was robbed from us Jaguar fans. So that one really stinks. And another thing about him coming back is, look, he is a guy who played with Trevor Lawrence throughout all of Trevor Lawrence's college career at Clemson. So obviously, he's a guy that Trevor Lawrence has chemistry with. They have chemistry with each other. They probably do a lot of nonverbal type of communication. They probably know where each other are a lot of the times, which is obviously good when you bring a guy back that, they don't have to kind of learn more about each other. Another thing is that he really fits what Peterson wants to do. Peterson loves to have the receiving backs. He loves giving the ball to these guys in different looks and, really setting them up that way. So, I think that Travis Etienne is going to be heavily involved in the Jaguars offense, and really as they kind of fill out what the offensive playbook will look like and kind of what the approach will be, toward the 2022 season when it comes to really building an offensive identity. I really think that Etienne is going to play a huge part in that. And honestly, the great thing about him is that he gives us another element to the running back position. And look, I love James Robinson. He's a guy that just, he might not be the flashiest guy. He might not fill a highlight reel, but, he's a guy that, look, if it's 3rd and 5 and you give him the ball, he's going to find a way to get a first down. The guy, is slippery. He finds holes. He has excellent vision. His center of gravity is really good when it comes to just his balance, when it comes to breaking tackles. However, he does have his flaws. He can't take a, ball to the house. He's never going to have a 70-yard touchdown run, and he's not going to, really have a lot of explosive, 30-plus yard carries. He's just not that kind of player. But Travis Etienne is that. He's explosive. He's extremely fast. A lot of the people out at practices today were kind of noting about just how fast he looked, and he just looks really explosive, and that's all really good to hear because, we want him to come back good and healthy. And another cool thing about it is that he, once again, a lot of people, media people were going crazy because Travis Etienne was taking wide receiver reps during like rookie minicamp and OTAs. But today, Travis Etienne was doing the same. He was actually taking reps at wide receiver. And, I am not somebody that is Mr. Hyperbole. I mean, you guys that have followed me all the time, you guys know that I don't go out here and like, I just don't, I don't try to super elevate my expectations for the Jaguars and, try to get our hopes up and everything. But, if Travis Etienne truly is healthy and this Liz Frank thing is just a thing of the past, this guy will be the true X factor in our offense. I mean, he really will be. He's a guy that will be able to take the ball from the backfield. He's a guy that's going to be able to make some work off of screens. And if you can even split him wide and, put him at some receiver reps, and actually, if he actually learns that position pretty well, oh my God, like he is, you guys want to talk about Deebo Samuel. I know a lot of people, let's use Laviska Shenault like Deebo Samuel. No, Travis Etienne is probably a lot closer to Deebo Samuel than a guy like Laviska Shenault is. But yeah, this is, and I'm not by any means saying that he's Deebo Samuel. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to versatility of a player and, what kind of impact he can have on our team and on our offense, that is going to be big. And I know a lot of us go into this offseason thinking like, we added Christian Kirk, we got Evan Ingram, like Zay Jones. It feels like a lot of us aren't really thinking too much about really the effect that Travis Etienne can have on this team. And I just feel like getting him back is going to be huge. And I remember, today when I heard Doug Peterson say, oh yeah, he's fully healthy, he's good to go, like next, I'm like, why are people not going crazy about this? I mean, when I saw that, I got extremely pumped. I got extremely excited. I mean, having Travis Etienne back, like I said, I think it's going to be huge. And they are, I guess, closely monitoring him a little bit, just, making sure everything's good, which is kind of how they do things. And not only was he taking wide receiver reps today, but he was also doing some punt and kick returns. So he's getting a little bit of work all over the place. So I'm excited, man. Travis Etienne, hopefully, I really hope this preseason we can see a lot more out of him. I know last preseason was weird because they didn't really give him many looks, but of course the whole entire running back position was weird last year. We'll just take last year and throw it out when it comes to the running back position. But hope to see some really fun things, and the Jaguars will have a 3-headed running back room with Etienne, James Robinson, and I imagine there will be some kind of role in there for Snoop Connor because Doug Peterson does like to implement 3 running backs in a lot of ways. So exciting stuff ahead. I think it's a fun time to be a Jaguar fan. Doug Peterson, Trevor Lawrence, you guys know the crew. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are too. And with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Drop a like on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I do Jaguars videos, and I do a lot of Jaguars videos, and I pretty much do only Jaguar videos. So if you are a fan of Jaguars content, this is the place to be. Thank you guys for watching. Go Jags. You guys watched the whole video. Really appreciate that. You guys can subscribe to the channel for the best source of Jaguars news on the YouTube platform. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at UCF_Jaguar. And you can become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month for exclusive channel content. Thank you guys, and go Jags.